Florida. Thank you so much for tuning in to the show today where we get to do whatever we want thanks to Miami Community News. We appreciate their support and we appreciate you supporting them. So remember to like the page and comment and share on this episode. Very excited to be here. I'm Miriam Dorsett with my co-hostess of Fun, Facts, and Fashion.
Wow.
Right?
Really?
Justin Wills.
Hi, guys.
And we're very excited to welcome our amazing guests for today. First up is Chinya.
Hi.
Hi, Shania.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm great. I'm doing good.
So tell us a little bit about you and what you do. Chinya is a local entrepreneur, but tell us a little bit more about your story. And you brought us a little thing to taste here. I'm super excited. Passion fruit, one of my favorite flavors. So what is this?
Okay, so I'm Chinya Bully. I am 24 years young. I started this in 2018. I graduated from Florida International University. I double majored in environmental science and agriculture. So really my passion is agriculture. So I got a full fellowship to go to University of Texas when this all started, you know, and I was like, okay, let's just go. It's free. It's my master's degree in tropical botany. And then I took the summer off, you know, that little break when you get to the summer off. I was like, oh no, I'm not ever going to school again. So I was at Trader Joe's while in school. So I was still at Trader Joe's and I decided, I was like, you know what? I just want to, you know, start my own business, have my own schedule, empower people in my own way. So I started cooking and I started making juices. Mm-hmm. So our juices are very special because we get our juices from my farm, my father's farm.
Shut up.
Yes, in St. Croix.
Oh God.
So
Island girl.
Okay, so he has a 6-acre farm.
Okay.
Now my mom lives there also with him. And we used to go there every summer. So basically my mom's from Trinidad, my dad's from Dominica, but they resided in St. Croix. That's where they met. Mm-hmm. So they have a house there and they have their farm. Mm-hmm. So our fruits are, you know, easy to get. Yes. So we just started doing it. And I was like, you know what? Our juice tastes better than everyone's juices around here. So let's make it a thing.
We're going to do a little taste test.
And her juice does taste really, really good. I had a tamarind juice at the Coconut Grove Farmers Market, where you are usually, right?
That's where I'm every Saturday.
Every Saturday. And the tamarind juice is amazing.
I love Coconut Grove. And I love tamarind. I had a tamarind margarita one time in Trinidad.
Is it sweet or is it sour?
It was, I think it was sour, if I recall, but it was delicious. Best margarita I ever had.
So I brought the passion fruit because that's actually our best seller.
So passion fruit.
This is delicious. Oh my God.
Oh,
Mix this with a little rum. This is so tasty.
Thank you.
Is it sweetened with anything?
Yes, it's sweetened with agave nectar. Yes.
Right. Read the label.
So for every 5 gallons, we just do 5. For every 5 gallons, we do 36 ounces of agave.
I'm into it. Yeah. Are you in any food accelerator programs?
No.
I'm going to get you into one.
Yes.
Very good. I'm going to see if you can get you in. We start meeting tomorrow, though.
Oh, okay. That's awesome.
If not, the next cohort.
So tell us a little bit about your business. Uni Taste, right?
Uni Taste. Mm-hmm. So I was raised Rastafarian. Both of my parents are Rasta. So we were raised no meat. So we... At that time, even though now vegan is like known, it has vegan places all over, vegan options. Back then it wasn't. So I was cooking. My parents were cooking every day. So I have a passion for cooking and I cook well. So especially since we have gardens and things like that, we go outside, pick our fruits, our vegetables, and we cook it right then and there. So I got into cooking Ital Eats, which is like fresh natural foods. So that's what I call my cuisines, Ital Eats.
I have so many things I want to talk to you about.
Okay.
So excited. Thank you for bringing this amazing guest on, Justin.
Of course.
So when I started, it was tough. At first, I just brought juice, and we made our debut at Coconut Grove Farmers Market on Grand Ave. The first time I bought food, I sold like 6 plates of food. I'm like, are you guys crazy? This food is so good. But people did not want to try your food. It's hard in the beginning. You have to push and push and push. And now it's like, more common. People are coming. I have my customers. I do meal preps. I do gluten-free things. Like my known meal or item on my menu is vegan spicy mac, which is gluten-free and soy-free. So it takes a while to learn, your environment, but you still want to do what you want to do. So there's stuff that people like that I don't particularly like. So you have to stick to, like lasagna. My lasagna is not gluten-free, but everyone's like, oh, when are you going to make a gluten-free one? But when I try it, it's like yucky. So you have to also stick to what you want to do. You can't have it. No one's going to be happy at the end of the day. You have to do what you want to do. So that's what I do.
I admire you.
Thank
It's amazing.
you.
So, have you found any challenges during COVID?
Yes.
With the farmers market?
Yes. So, COVID, you're really not supposed to give out samples. So, Coconut Grove is known for samples. Like, people want to sample your stuff before they buy it. So, it's kind of like, okay, well, where am I going to make my money if people are not sampling?
Yeah.
You have to wear your mask. People are more like cautious of what they're buying. But other than that, I feel like the Coconut Grove market did pick up. I think people want to be more, pick what they're eating. They want to eat healthy. They want to have vegan options, organic options. Yeah, so I think I'm doing better in that aspect. But I just had a baby, not just like yesterday, but 8 months ago.
Nice.
So
At the very beginning of quarantine.
Yes. So I took a long break.
Yeah.
So I think, I don't know, maybe I started going when it was kind of lift up. The shutdown was over because I was already on my break with my baby. So
yeah, who's outside and
the
hopefully
car.
He'll stick around because we want to meet the little one.
He's a cutie pie.
And I want to talk to you about this on the show because, and I'll talk to you about it more after, but very quickly, right now in Miami, you can apply if you are a food entrepreneur or a food creator for $10,000 jumpstart your business through Reef Technologies. It's a very simple application online.
Okay.
And all they're really looking for is if you have a concept, they want to scale it for you. They do the ghost kitchen whole thing. So potentially could be a really good fit.
Because that's my problem right now. So a lot of people like Barry University wants us to to be a vendor at their Black History Month thing, but I'm having trouble getting my operational license. So basically, your operational license, you have to have an industrial kitchen. And it's a lot of money every month, and you have to sign a lease. So it's like every month you're doing this. And I'm like, okay, well, I have to get to a point where I'm making enough money to afford this every month, along with, other things.
Now, this is where that you're trying to do this now?
Where?
Where are you trying to get into?
Barry University.
Into Barry University?
They're having like a Black History event.
Okay. And they want you to be a vendor.
Yes, but I don't have my operational license. But that's the same thing as Pinecrest Farmers Market. You have to have your operational license. If you want to be in like malls or Biscayne Bay, those people who sell juices, those type of things, you have to have that. And I understand it.
Have you looked into the Startup FIU program?
No, what is it?
Another great program for food startups specifically is the Startup FIU program.
Okay.
They have a lot of success stories of food specific startups that have done well through their program.
Oh, snap. I know Courtney Cookies, which is another vegan, I guess, business. Yeah. Small business. They have a little like cart thing at FIU and they started at Coconut Grove. So they sell their foods on campus. Well, their ice cream sandwiches.
What are some things, okay, let's say, because I'm passionate about gardening as well. If I want to start growing in Florida,
yes,
what are some of the best things to grow that are going to be easy for me to grow? Maybe I'm in a condo, but it's still going to provide me some good food.
Okay. Okay, so I feel like no one should be buying herbs. So we're talking rosemary, thyme, basil, things of that nature. You could grow that in the water.
Yeah.
So those are easy, right by the window. That's easy. Okra, you need a lot of sun, but like you don't even have to water them. They're like weeds. They keep growing. Vervine, I don't know if you guys know what vervine is. No. But it's like it's a plant. It has a purple flower. And it actually is known to help with the COVID-19.
Honestly, I think I have that growing at my house, but I just
how would you like Like my mom always boils everything, makes a tea.
You boil it. You make a tea. You make a tea. Like in my backyard. So even though our farm is in St. Croix, my backyard is also large. So we have lychee, 2 mango trees, bananas, coconuts, vervine, moringa, all types, pineapples, everything you could think about, we have in our yard too. Also, so I feel like there is a lot of things that we could get even when you're going on a walk around the block. Like cerasee. I don't know if you guys know what that. Yeah, so it's like a bush and it grows like a weed on your gate, and a lot of people just throw it away, but this actually cleans your blood. So a lot of things that were aloe. People are buying that at the store for so much money, and it's like you could grow that at home for cheap.
I just bought an aloe, by the way.
You guys want to know a shampoo?
Yes.
Cactus.
I have a giant cactus. Tell me what I do with it.
You cut it, right?
Okay.
You blend it. You put hibiscus flowers. Hibiscus flowers help with dandruff.
Okay.
You blend it, and then you add your essential oils. So a little bit of tea tree oil. You could add lavender. Like if you're stressed out, you want to have a relaxing bath, add lavender, and then you add the aloe. So it's going to be like a shampoo conditioner. And even though after you wash it, your hair is seems dry, you're going to see it's going to be super shiny, and it cleans your scalp like no other.
The cactus. Okay.
And you can make tacos with it too. If you peel peel the spiky part, and you just saute with onions and garlic, you can put in some tacos.
Dang, you are coming through the recipes and the tips.
But you have one, right?
I have one, and it's making cute little baby ones. They're so cute. I Instagram it a lot.
If you make some tacos, then you know where I'll be.
I do love tacos. I'm a huge fan of tacos, so that's on the agenda for the future. What else is on top of mind for you today in January 2021? We just wrapped up an election season. What are you thinking about for the future?
So I do want a restaurant. I do work with a lot of cancer patients because I do sell soursop juice. And I feel like, to market this, people need to know why or what is different about this particular fruit or juice. So I feel like a restaurant would really push me out there. So people know not only do I want to sell these things for, because it tastes good, but it's actually good for you. And I know that's going to be, later on, not so soon, but I want to work towards that. I want to go to more markets. Well, as soon as it starts letting up. I was at Fairchild Tropical Gardens. I was their first vegan vendor.
Wow.
So, yeah, I know. It was
it was
incredible.
What year was that? Was it in
2018? 2018.
Wow.
The last event I did, I was 6 months pregnant. That was 2019 then. It was a chocolate festival. But other than that, they have events now. I haven't gotten to huge festivals yet because I still want to keep safe for the baby. But I'm pretty sure my breast milk is working though. Because even if he gets sick, I think he'll be fine. But yeah. So that's what I want to do. I was thinking about taking more cooking classes. Because even though I cook a certain way, I want to learn different ways of cooking, like Indonesian, Indian, they have their distinctive taste. I tried many times to make Chinese rice vegan. Even if it does not taste the same, I don't know what they put in it. So I think I should take some classes, to just better myself. But that's all.
That would be kind of cool. And then you can have a fusion going on.
I know. It's something different. If I want to show out, I'm Chinese today. Okay, that's not funny. But you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, you want to bring that culture in.
Something different.
Yeah. So then is education of the type of food that you sell part of Uni Taste or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I spent most of my time in college. I had a internship, and I did my proposal on the perception of agriculture on students. So a lot of times people go to school and they will rather pick animals over plants. And I understand why, because, animals move, they're fun, blah, blah, blah. But I feel like if people understood farm to table, what's important, it will be beneficial and kids will actually like it. So if I tell somebody oh, this is how you make your passion fruit, this is how you make lipstick. You could use aloe, you could get some arrowroot and you can make a lipstick, use the beets, the coloring of the beets to make your lips red, I think kids will like that more. But people just don't know, and I don't think that parents actually, you know, go in on food to table or how to make money from food. Not that money rules everything, but you know what I'm trying to say. Shea butter is good for your skin. A lot of people just go get Vaseline or whatever from the store, but when you're growing up, a lot of people care about hair, especially girls care about hair, makeup, and things like that. And if you can make it yourself, I think people will be pushed into educating themselves about health, pimples on your face. Okay, what should I drink? Should I drink more of this, less of that?
So I just think people are very into the DIY culture right now.
I know.
It's super popular on all the social platforms.
But not only DIY, but like obviously your family's from the Caribbean.
Yes.
So is mine. So it's like in our culture almost.
That
like,
we do that already.
I'm sick, my mom is like, okay, well, I'm gonna make you some garlic tea or like ginger tea with like eucalyptus oil, like stuff like that. It's just like something that's like in our culture where we're more holistic.
Yes, holistic,
I guess. So I think that's like a huge thing that's happening right now as well. It's being recognized more.
Yeah. That it's part of, I think, like the knowledge sharing economy that people are starting to kind of really understand and get access to this information that is really important to know about for your general well-being and health. These things have always been there, these plants.
Always. But I feel like, you know, every step of the way people, you know, get on board. Look, vegan is everywhere. Options are everywhere. KFC has Beyond Meat, vegan chicken wings or drumsticks or something. So
and so does Burger King. They have Beyond Meat too.
Yeah, they do. And Pollo Tropical have like a crumble of Beyond Meat. I don't
know why we're even going to those places to eat.
I know.
I'm like, I really didn't know all that. I don't be at KFC. But I'm just kidding around with you guys. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That sounded super snooty.
But basically, veganism, you can't ignore it.
Yeah, you can't ignore it. It's growing. It's growing.
Yeah, it is growing. And what also is growing is the Miami community. And we're very excited to just have you join the Race to the Top family. Thank you for taking the time to come on this show. And we wish you the best of success. How can people follow you on social platforms, ask you more questions, how to make their own items and things?
So I am on Instagram at UNITASTELLC, Uni Taste LLC. I'm also on Facebook, Uni Taste. My email is unitastelllc@gmail.com. My number is 305-804-7522. You guys can hit me up. I cook every Wednesday. It's called Uni Taste Wednesday. So I have a new menu. So this week's menu is 3-bean Creole chili. I also have basmati rice with turmeric and tricolored peppers. I have different stuff.
And so can we like place an order?
You place an order. Last day to order is Tuesday. Okay. And then every Saturday I'm at Coconut Grove Farmers Market.
At what time?
I'm there from 10 to 4. But if you come later than 3 o'clock, my food is sold out.
Okay, so
you gotta come early.
Let me ask you something, girl. Are you on Grubhub?
I'm not.
Get on Grubhub.
I'm trying to get on Grubhub, but I think I need my operational license.
No, you don't, girl. You just need an EIN number.
Oh, I got that. Okay.
Get up on that Grubhub and they can beg for forgiveness, if anything.
I'll get on it.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming down, and we will be checking in with you periodically. I want to talk to you about the reef stuff and everything else.
Thank you for having me.
No, thank you so much. And so we are going to be chatting with our next guest, but I do want to bring a few things to your attention that are in all of the issues of the community newspaper family. In one story in particular by Grant Miller that came out this week, it's in pretty much every single edition. Remember, there's 16 publications across the county, is the issue that he's bringing. There's some changes, apparently. The city commissioners are trying to make some changes to the democratic process here in terms of how developers get access to our neighborhoods, saying they want to modernize it and streamline it. And it seems a little crazy to me the way that it's been outlined. So thank you, Grant, for being on top of it. And make sure you guys pick up a paper today or go online to learn about it. There's also good information here, like the kayak tours that are beginning in Cutler Bay. That's very exciting. I used to live in Cutler Bay. We didn't have any kayak tours back then. A new Conservation Action Center in Zoo Miami is opening to the public, and apparently Aventura is announcing some new shows for their cultural center in 2021.
What kind of shows?
Arts and cultural shows with physical distancing, seating, COVID-friendly, and safe. And with that, I think it's a great segue to our next guest, artist extraordinaire. I'm actually probably, I want to say I don't know if I can claim I'm your biggest fan, 7ranquil, but I'm definitely a huge fan of yours. Thank you for taking the time to come in the studio.
Of course.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. If we get a mic check, make sure that you're up on that mic because you're
Gotcha.
so soft-spoken. And that's part of what your songs are. It's so smooth and sultry. Woo! I love them.
Gotta fit the 7ranquil vibe.
Yeah.
Yes, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
So how have you been, first of all, just a little catch up because I haven't seen you in a couple years.
I've been great. I've just been trying to focus on being the best me possible, especially with COVID going on and everything. I've just been trying to eat right, trying to keep my body right, trying to keep my mind right. I'm just enjoying the journey of life right now. The best healthy way possible.
And how was the last 8 months for you? Tell me what happened. Like, I just feel like it's kind of like 9/11 in a way. It's like, where were you? You know, when it was like, okay, we're getting locked down, we're getting shut down. Like, what was that like for you? What has the last 9 months been like for you?
You know, it's really funny because when COVID started getting like really bad, I was in LA, and the week that I was in LA, as soon as I got there, there was like a day where everything was good. And then the very next day, it was like, this state's getting closed down, this state's getting closed down. And then airports and grocery stores were getting shut down. I was like, am I going to be able to get back home or no? Luckily, I did get back home, but it was kind of a bizarre feeling at first because, you know, you're going in the airport and you see all these people with masks and everybody's like terrified, like you can see it in their face, because this was at the point where we thought anybody with it was going to die. Like now we're like, okay, well, you might just get sick and it'll blow over. But before it felt a lot worse than what it is. It's still pretty bad, but yeah. But as far as what I did for the past 8 months, I mean, it's not like artists can do shows nowadays. So I've just been doing a lot of recording and, like I said, bettering myself. Like I've lost a lot of weight since then, and I've been working out. I've been doing a lot of meditation. I've been eating cleaner, just trying to be the best me possible.
Yeah.
And have you found it difficult to keep on creating or to stay inspired during these times or no?
I work at a studio, so I'm always surrounded by creative energy. So I get to record almost every day. Before COVID, during COVID, it's never really been an issue. The only real issue is performing, but we replaced that for just making more content.
Are you on Clubhouse yet?
I think I was told about Clubhouse just yesterday.
Okay, perfect.
So I'm officially with Clubhouse as of yesterday.
Okay, great. Perfect. I love that. It's good news here. I'm trying to get everybody on Clubhouse.
I heard Oprah was on it.
Am I the only person that does not know what Clubhouse is? Like, I've heard of it. I think you briefly told me, but I
mean, fairly, if you had asked me yesterday, I would have been in the same boat, you know.
I'm like, I don't know. Never been on it.
I barely know anything about it myself. I just know that it's a networking app, and I was told that it's like not too popular yet. So like a lot of big people are on it. So I'm trying to do some research and, you know, dive into it because I'm trying to talk to Oprah. You know.
Yesterday, Tiffany Haddish became the first person on Clubhouse to hit 1 million followers. And they also closed their second round of funding, and I think it was valued at over $2 billion or something
Wow.
crazy.
That's amazing.
So you have followers on Clubhouse?
Yes.
Oh,
You
okay.
totally have followers on Clubhouse.
Okay, gotcha.
It's totally a thing. They have rooms dedicated just to following. It's wild. It's very good.
I can get into it.
Get on that.
The person who told me so said that they got like 2,000 followers in like a few weeks of being on Clubhouse. So I'm trying to get on that.
It's really, I personally have muted all of those rooms myself. I don't use it to gain followers, but people use it to get followers and it works.
Okay, so I do have to sidetrack. I have to ask about the rose.
Isn't that everything?
The rose. So I wish that I could tell you that there was some kind of inspiration behind it, but there was not.
No.
I woke up one day and said, it look real good in my head, a rose. And so I went to IKEA. I bought a rose, cut it in half, and now it's in my head, and it's become a part of me. It goes everywhere I go.
Does it? So you wear it all the time?
Anytime that I am tranquil, I'm wearing a rose. If I'm just me, then if I'm at home chilling, like the rose isn't in my head, or if I'm like going to the studio, it's not in my head. But if I'm out, if I'm going out, if I have to get dressed, it's in my head.
That's what's up. I'm into it.
So it's like connected to you.
Yeah, it's a good conversation piece.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you have multiple of them? Like this one, potentially you could sign it and give it to someone, and then you'd have another one.
So that's kind of a tricky question. Yes, I do have other roses.
Yes.
I do not wear them in my head. I don't know where the rose fixation came from, but I have like in my personal workstation to record, like to make beats and stuff, I have like rose petals around it. I have like roses sitting in front of my TV, and then I have the one for my head. I don't know why, but I feel like it fits me. So, but I mean, the rose is like $5. So I mean, I can sign it and give it to somebody, like get another rose. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So what kind of songs can we be looking out for? How would you describe your sound for people that are just getting to know you? Just tell us everything.
Well, currently, the most recent song that I have is a song called X, and the music that I have out right now is a lot more R&B based, but what's going to be coming out is a lot more pop centered. So I have a very wide range, but the next song that I'm trying to put out is a little bit more simple pop, and then after that is going to be more like Afrobeat pop, because I like to move around. I don't like to sit in one space creatively, because then it makes it hard to continue being creative. So I like to be open-minded and just do different things, but in short, pop.
Okay, very nice. It's okay. So I'm not a musical artist myself. So what are the journey like touch points of a musical artist? Where are you and what's next for you? Like, is it like, okay, I start out as an artist and I start just like playing with sounds, and then I put together a single, and then maybe I put together a record, and then I want to get signed with like a label. Like,
well, I mean, as far as the creative process, I kind of do everything for myself, by myself for the most part. So I'll make the beat and then write to it and then record it, mix it down and everything, and then it'll be ready for the people on the business side and be like, here you go. Well, we'll get like a photo shoot done so we can get cover art, or we'll reach out to somebody for like graphic designs for a cover art and then put it out. I guess you could say that I'm shopping for labels, but I just want to make sure that I'm secure first. So as far like everything on my end is good, so that I don't end up, being like a TLC story, So I just want to make sure that I got I want to have my lawyer on deck, my accountant on deck, everything just before I step in the office and I'm like, I need a deal.
Yeah. Where do artists get this type of education? They want to be an artist, but there's clearly times where things go wrong. They get taken advantage of. How do you learn this stuff?
There's a few lanes to learn it. I mean, you could go to school for music business and learn it. You could get people who've already been there and ask them. And then, of course, we have the internet. So, I mean, the information is there. It's just for the people who want it. If you really want to know about it, then you can take the time to go look it up and do the research. But I've done everything but go to school for it. So I have people behind me who are making sure that I'm making the right decisions and making the right moves. And then I'm also making the steps to do the research for myself. So
you have mentors.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because there's a commonality, like in entrepreneurship, you want to get a mentor, you join groups that of the same people that are doing it, you support each other, things like that. But I don't know, there's no is there any art accelerators in Miami? Do you know for music?
An art accelerator?
Yeah, it's I don't know. I mean, can't we accelerate that at this point, right?
Just a faster track.
Yeah, just here's the things. We're just gonna bada bing, bada boom.
I think that would be the school part. I mean, they do have books for it too.
The education system right now is just a disaster.
But I mean, they have books for music business. So, I mean, I guess that would be a way. And maybe there is a website or something that you can go on to get all the information that you need for music business. But
I mean, these big record labels, Sony, I don't know the other ones, MGM.
Yeah, Def Jam.
Republic.
Yeah.
They can take you and overnight, famous.
It can be that quick, but that's why you want to have everything on the back end secure, because it can be that fast, and then something happened within that you don't know about, and then now you're asking these questions later on, like, why am I not getting this, or why isn't this happening? It's because it's in the contract that you signed.
Exactly.
So,
and you probably end up owing a ton of money.
And had you had a lawyer, you probably would have caught that in the first place. So.
Right. Do you think that having the backing of record label is as important these days compared to artists that kind of just they blow up with Spotify and social media?
I think,
what's your opinion? It's
a lot easier now, and so I think a lot of people aren't really looking for labels as much as they used to, because before it wasn't as easy to record songs or to get them out. Now there's distribution websites where you can put it on Spotify. Now there are people making studios in their bedroom, so things are a lot easier now to get out there. The label, I think, just has more of the plugins. So if you wanted to get on if you wanted to get on the Breakfast Club, it's okay, here you go. You want to be on a playlist on Spotify, here you go. We already have all that. But as an independent artist, you kind of have to work to achieve those plugs.
And it would be easier to just have the label backing you in order to get that to happen.
Because they already have all the connections that you need. You need radio, they got it.
Do you think that it's easier to, for today's artists, is it necessary to not only know how to sing, for example, but you have to know how to, make a beat, record, everything? Do you think that's necessary? No. I mean,
it's all connection based and just widening your network. You don't have to know how to make beats. If you have a friend or you know somebody that makes beats, or a lot of people are using YouTube beats now, so you can get them from there. And there are people who use writers, but I think a lot of people, at least from my experience, prefer to just write it themselves. But there are people who have a voice that I could say if they had a writer, they would get a lot further. So I guess it just depends on that specific person's case.
And do you write your music yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Me and Justin both brought a guest today. We were you bring one, I bring one. So, you're my guest.
Well.
I'm honored to be your guest.
Yeah, I mean, great questions that you have, Justin. This is kind of what I'm getting to. I just feel now we have all of this great technology. Artists can really band together, they're systematize these processes that these big record labels have, and scale up. I
think because I understand and respect the music business, I don't a lot of things that a lot of artists would feel like are unfair, I feel like it's business. So for me personally, I'm perfectly fine with if I have 3 songs and maybe I like the first one, but the label likes the third one, they want to push it out, push it out. I will listen to the first one in the car by myself with my friends, no problem. And that's the song that I like. But if the third one is going to put money on the table and feed everybody, put the third one out. Do that. No problem. Because it's business.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. What are some, I'm not aware, what are some of the issues with the business that,
Artists would have like an
yeah,
issue
what
with.
are the issues? Is it drugs? I think I had a guest earlier on the show and they said there's a lot of drugs in the industry. That's a
There
bad
are,
thing.
but I mean, you're your own person at the end of the day. Like I've been around that, like all types of drugs, but I'm not the type of person that does drugs. You know, it's like you
There
do
you
what
go.
you do, but I'm okay over here.
Mhm.
But a lot of the problems I would say is that with, at least with the labels, it's kind of a need and a want basis. If you need them, then it's a problem. But if they need you, then you're in a good space. Because if you need them, then they can give you anything and you'll take it. Because they could say, yeah, we'll sign you. And now you have to go make 50 records. Here's $2,500. Be on your way. And that $2,500 will be gone in a week.
Yeah, for sure.
But if you need them, then you can walk in there and be like, hey, I need 2 point whatever $million in order to be on this label.
So how would an artist put themselves in the position to be needed by the label? Like creating a unique sound, or like how would that work?
That is where the kind of coming up case comes in, because if you are already producing your own numbers, if you are already on these Spotify playlists and you have 100,000 fans and you're already selling out shows, then it's like, I don't really need the label, but the label will give me that extra push. Or if they want me so that they can also eat off of me, then these are my requirements. And if you have the security behind you, as far as like lawyer, accountant, and everything, then even better.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
Mhm.
Like you want to put yourself in a position to make your, what's what I'm looking for? Like you just want to put
Brand?
yourself in a position, like you were saying before, that you want everything to like be in place before you go to a label.
You just want to be
Yeah,
secure.
I gotcha. That makes sense.
Smart.
Wow. I did not know all of that. Thank you.
No problem.
Where have you been hanging out during quarantine, like pandemic? I mean, obviously you've been home and in the studio, but now that things have kind of let me just rephrase this question. What local Miami businesses have supported you that you want to, on the show now, say hello to them?
Mom.
Yeah, there you go, Mom. Business of Mom. Oh my
You
God,
know,
your mom
yes.
must be so cool.
She's chilling. She's okay. No, but she's like my best friend. But as far as like local businesses like Asylum Studios, Home, 24-hour fitness, and Hippie Haven.
Oh my God, yes.
Because like I said, I just focus. I'm a homebody, so I don't like go out all the time, even before COVID. So my life consists of waking up, going to the gym, come to the studio, either record songs or record other people, and every now and again I'll go to Hippie Haven and do like yoga.
Yeah.
And Walmart. I go to Walmart.
I was so glad to see that. Have you been there, Justin? Hippie Haven?
No.
It's in Little Haiti. I was so glad to see that they survived through the pandemic, because what a great spot and team that opened it up. Really, they've persevered, because that's the second location they've moved to, that group. It's like a collective.
Yeah, it is. But they're really awesome people.
So where can people find you?
All of my social media is just 7ranquil, but with a 7. So it's 7ranquil. But if I'm referred to that, you will be ignored. But 7ranquil, 7ranquil, 7ranquil.
Thank you so much for coming on. Make sure you guys listen to 7ranquil. Check him out. I promise you will not regret it. And thank you for checking us out.
Of course.
And thank you to Miami Community News for sponsoring this program. Thank you to Javier, our whole team, Tommy, everyone that supports us. Like, comment, and share. We'll see you next week.